Hi everyone, I'm making a video for y'all for the review for exam 2 in statistics. Mr. Alexander isn't able to be here these first 2 days of the week at least. He'll be back hopefully at the end of the week. But since I'm not able to be in your class with you and he's not either, I'm going to go ahead and make 6 different videos, one for each page of the review. You can pick up the review for me or I will post it online with this video as well on my math lab. So getting started, number 1, a coin is tossed. Find the probability that the result is heads. So finding probability. Well, when we flip a coin, we can either land on heads or we can land on tails. So finding the probability that we can land on heads is number 1. There's only one way to land on heads. And remember, probability, we always do the number of outcomes for that specific event over how many total outcomes are there. So total, there are 2 outcomes. We have heads, we have tails. So 1/2, in which this answer is asking us to make it a decimal. So 1 divided by 2, in which we know that that is 0.5. So it looks like that answer choice is B, 0.5. Okay, number 2, still probability. If one card is drawn from a standard deck of 52 playing cards, what is the probability of drawing an ace? So number 2, we want to draw, so the probability of drawing an ace. Well, how many aces are in a standard deck of cards? There's 4 different suits, there's 4 aces. So there are 4 aces out of 52 total cards. So again, how many for that specific outcome? How many total outcomes do we have? When we simplify this, we do not, but it wants it as a fraction this time. So using your calculator if you need to, 4 divided by 52, enter, and then go math, enter, it changes it back to a fraction and all that. So we would get 1/13, which I think that is C. Okay, number 3 is still a probability question. If an individual is selected at random, what is the probability that he or she has a birthday in July? So the probability that your birthday is in July. Okay, so that could mean your birthday's on July 1st, July 4th, July 20th, July 30th. Well, how many days are in July? January, February, March, April, May, June, July. 31. I count my knuckles. So there are 31 days in July out of how many total days are in a year. And it does tell us don't worry about a leap year. Okay, so a regular year has 365 days. And we would need to check with our calculators just to make sure this can't be reduced. 31 divided by 365, change it back into a fraction. Well, you'll still get that same answer. So this is reduced, and this is answer choice number, or not number, but letter B. Okay, so again, probability. The top number is how many outcomes for that specific event over the total number of outcomes. Okay, the total. Okay. Moving right along. Number 4. Number 4, the data in the table represents the number of consumer complaints against major U.S. airlines. If one complaint from the table is randomly selected, find the probability that it was filed against Continental Airlines. So let's see, it shows that United is 1172, Northwest is 765, and Continental is 563. Okay, so this one is asking what's the probability that a complaint was filed against Continental. So Continental okay? But one thing that we have to do, we do have that 563, let's use this one, okay? That's our probability that it is continental, but we need it over that total. So the total for all three of these, we got to get that total. So adding those all together, you would get 2,500. Okay, we got to add all those together. So we have 563 over 2,500. And this question, write the word or phrase that best completes each statement. So we just need to make sure that we do simplify this. And let's see a glare. Okay, so we need to make sure that we put this in our calculator and simplify it if it can be. And if it doesn't give you a nice decimal, leave it as a fraction. So this one is simplified as of right now. Okay, so that would be our final answer. 563 over 25,000. And this was question number 4. And I apologize for the glare. I'll try to pick up the camera every once in a while. Okay, number 5. Number 5, find the area of the indicated region under the standard normal curve. So one key word here on number 5, find the area. Okay, that's a key word right there. It gives you your picture, and it looks something like this. It says that this is negative 1.30, and it is all shaded to the left. So anytime we are looking for the area, and we have a standard normal curve, because it does say that in the directions, standard normal curve, we got to figure out what is our lower bound and what is our upper bound. So on that shaded region, remember, if it's ever shaded and it just keeps on going, because our standard normal curve does keep on going, it never stops. Remember, we use negative 10,000, and our upper bound is where we stop, negative 1.30 or negative 1.3, either way. And we go ahead and we put this in our calculator. Remember, we go to our normal CDF. So normal CDF, our lower bound, our upper bound, enter or calculate, and we should get that our area equals 0.0968. In which I believe that, yep, is answer D. Okay, so number 5, we have one more question, number 6. Okay, number 6, very similar, except for on this one, it doesn't give us a picture drawn for us. So that's one thing that I always suggest anytime it's asking you to find the area, always draw a picture, rough sketch to show what you are looking for. So find the area under the standard normal curve to the left of z equals, so positive 1.5, sorry. So to the left of z equals 1.5. This is number 6. Okay, so drawing a little bell curve. We know there's 0, 1.5, about right there. Okay, and it does say the area to the left, so left, something like that. Okay, again, it does not have to be exact. So again, finding the area, we use our normal CDF, and we know our lower bound is negative 10,000, and our upper bound is positive 1.5. We put that in our calculator, and we would find that the area is 0.9332, which is answer B. Okay, that was page 1. I'll come back in just a little bit for page 2.